Hey everyone, this is Jamie. My voice is a bit low because I'm ill, so I'm sorry if you have to put the audio a bit up today. I happen to catch a cold, it's not COVID, so that's like a blessing. And this time of the year and this time of this decade, I guess. And today I wanted to talk about um, the whole issue of some people being more trans than others, and specifically when it comes to families, because right now, as you can see, I don't have my beautiful posters, or like I call it like my wall collage, because I'm currently um, visiting due to some personal issues, um, and it's been difficult for sure. So I'll start with some personal tidbits. Like, why I decided to talk about this was because recently a lot of my relatives have been asking me, but I've never noticed anything specific about you when you were growing up, or like you weren't like this, or when I came to visit you weren't like that. And people really forget that I'm really sorry about the noise. People forget that I am very, very flamboyant, right? And right now I feel tame, and in general there's this whole perception that we need to fit in one little box. And even I have some days where I feel like I don't fit into that box, but I don't fit into that binary either. And sure as hell I don't feel fit into female. So I always like to think of when I get very dysphoric, like for instance because I cross dress, I see that as an extension. As in like a guy who just cross dresses or a guy who wears makeup. And I don't feel like I have any gender confusion about it. It's like I just feel that people say male is this, and I'm like, no, no, no. Male can be this, whatever. And specifically when people judge childhoods, they can kind of go into fighting modes, or like people feel defensive, like, oh, I didn't play with Barbies, therefore I'm more trans than you. And at the end of the day, we all are guys. We all choose our paths when it comes to HRT and surgeries. And there isn't anyone who is less trans or more trans. And there is no specific indicator. That's why, like, we often write a life letter, or if you're in the US, you have your own assessment to do, right? And I think that's the way to go. I'm really sorry. I kind of gave my point really across, but let's keep talking. So, in general, I see there's a lot of fighting on like how to be trans, but there is no right way. Just like there isn't a right way to be a woman or a man or genderqueer or any of the non-binary identities or a gender as well. But people don't get that. People feel like if you're wearing a dress, you're like a woman or something. Like I was talking to my own my parents the other day. So they're divorced, and like for instance, one accepts my dresses and it's like, yeah, that's who you are always, and your identity is your identity, and I see that it's you. Like, it was really funny because um, he was like, I was scared that you like lost your sense of fashion, your sense of self. And once he saw that I wear makeup as always and dresses, he was like, yeah, that's you. Yeah, okay, I'm calm. And when it comes to well, that was my dad, that's my mom. And my mom feels confused and she feels like, yeah, but if you wear a dress, like, shouldn't we be turning it the other way around? And I'm like, no. So it's very difficult sometimes for people to wrap it around. And specifically since I come from Eastern Europe and my parents are very different. So yeah, there's no right way because by the end of the day, um, cis people will find ridiculous questions to ask us. And at the same time, I get really supportive cis people. Like, I was talking to this boomer, and we talk like it's Grindr. Come on, let's be people here. And I told about him what's happening, and he's like, in this century, or like I talked about to him before, and he was always like, "You're a guy." Anyway, as I was saying, I want to say that you should take shit from nobody, and there will be people accepting and not accepting, and it doesn't matter what path you had. People choose to be ignorant or not.